So I actually reported a couple days ago to you guys that Trump was already thinking about running in 2024 for a second term. Now you can actually be president for 10 years. You can be elected twice. So he could run in 2024, just based on the basic rules, right? There's nothing prohibiting him from doing that. However, there are a lot of other potential things that could be prohibiting him from running in 2024, and we'll get into that. Um, this article headline reads: Trump told advisors he could announce 2024 bid shortly after certification of Biden win. Um, President Trump has reportedly told some of his advisors that if President-elect Joe Biden is officially certified as the winner of the 2020 race, he could announce his plan to run for the White House in 2024 shortly after, according to the New York Times. The conversation came amid the president mulling different scenarios for his future as he faces an uphill battle, challenging election results that have been called in favor of Biden. The Times reported Thursday that at a White House meeting Wednesday, the president spoke with several advisors, many of whom told the president that his chances of changing the outcome of the 2020 election through his campaign's multi-state legal battle are extremely low. Quote, "He knows it's over," one advisor told the Times. Says according to interviews with half a dozen advisors and other close to Trump, the president has no larger strategy to continue denying the election results in several key battleground states, but is instead hoping to maintain support from his base as he considers what he will do once he leaves the office. So that appears to be what's really going on. It appears that Trump does know that he has lost and he knows he has no chance. He knows that the election is over. But there's really a couple of things that Trump is doing here. So one, and this is probably the biggest one, he's trying to fundraise off of his supporters. And so I saw that Reuters did a sort of deep dive on the wording at the bottom in terms of the fundraising that they were doing, the fine print at the bottom. And it explains that basically the money can go to PACs and it will not go directly to the legal funds necessarily. It can go to pretty much whatever they want. And so what it appears is Trump is probably trying to pay off campaign debts, and maybe he's even going to use it for his own personal debt, because I guess he's in debt like damn near $500 million or something, maybe even more than $500 million. He's in debt a lot of money. His campaign was also really strapped for funding in the final phase of the election. So it was very, very clear that he essentially was really struggling with funds. So it does not appear that that's really for these legal battles, and he's dropping these legal battles in a lot of places now. Like in Nevada he dropped it, and some other places he's dropped it as well. And any victories he's getting right now, they're just victories in name only. They don't actually mean anything. It's totally useless, and then the rest are just losing all of the cases pretty much. There's no way the Supreme Court or anyone can take this down. So what it appears is he's keeping up this public facade, a mirage of like, yeah, we got this, while he steals money from his supporters, and gets ready like, okay, what's my next move? What's my next maneuver, right? And I just read an article that New York State Attorney General's looking into Trump's buddy, like his campaign organizer, Weisselberg, for potential crimes with campaign funds. There are so many crimes that Trump is liable for, it's actually insane. And at the federal level, at the state level, and maybe even at the local level, okay? Literally every single level. He could be charged for all of these different crimes, okay? You can get charged at all levels. So he's really in trouble here. So he's trying to figure out, man, what's my next move? What's my next move? And so one of his thoughts is, man, maybe I'll run 2024. I don't think you'll make it to 2024, bro. You're gonna be sunk under in litigation. You might be dead. You know what I mean? Like, you might have fled the country. We have no idea what's going to be going on with Trump, and the idea that he can run 2024, I actually think is pretty hilarious. But would I rule it out entirely? No. But I think if Trump wins in 2020, if he comes back in 2024 and wins, I think America is over. Genuinely, I do. I mean, I thought America would collapse if he won this time around. If he pulls that off, I think it's a wrap pretty much for the U.S., I would say. But definitely interesting stuff to see, man. I don't think anybody wants to bet against Trump in that scenario, but I will.